The Egyptians believed the most significant thing you can do in your life was die. No, let me start that over. Digimon believe the most significant thing you can do in your life is evolve. Digimon take data from our world to form their appearance and personality, and with our world ever so fascinated with ancient Egypt and pyramids, it was only a matter of time before a Digimon declared themselves the king of the desert. Sunarizamon is a reptile Digimon that mainly lives in desert regions, camouflaging himself in groups. By adjusting the volume of the sand that makes up his body, he can stretch and change the shape of his limbs and tail. It is difficult to see him once he blends into the desert, and it is not uncommon to encounter quicksand in the desert, which turns out to be a swarm of Sunarizamon. Sunarizamon is a child-level Digimon with the virus attribute and belongs to the nature spirits field. He defends himself from enemies with grit nails, which transforms his front legs into claws to scratch, and sand blast, which scrapes off the enemy's body with sand that he spits out with force. Sunarizamon evolves into Landramon, a mineral virus Digimon whose body is made up of mostly sand. He claims the desert as his territory, moving around by blending into the sand in search of food. He bands up with other Sunarizamon to prepare against invaders. He makes a lone moan-like cry and gives instructions to other Sunarizamon through vibrations transmitted through the sand, and he also has the nature of a leader of the pack. He fights by controlling the sand on his body, so he hates water, and his strength is greatly affected by the terrain. He is unrivaled in sand and is feared as a hunter who manipulates quicksand to hunt his prey. His special attacks are Ground Spike, which extends his retractable claws from the ground and stabs the opponent, and Desert Abyss, which creates a giant piece of quicksand and drags the opponent underground. Landramon evolves into Proganamon, a turtle-like mineral virus Digimon that lives mainly in desert regions. He uses drills and excavators to break through bedrock and move underground, but each time he does so, he causes earthquakes, creating hollows in the ground and making the ground collapse. At night, he retracts his hind legs into his shell and travels long distances by ejecting the sand and gravel he has stored inside his body, searching for a safe place to sleep. As the majority of his shell, which takes up more than half of his volume, is made up of mineral data, when Proganamon disappears, only his shell remains like a fossil. Digimon that live in sandy areas sometimes take up residence in the remaining shell. Proganamon is based on Proganocalis, a genus of extinct primitive stem turtle which lived on Earth approximately 210 million years ago. Proganamon's special attacks are Tricon Bit Demolisher, which uses his rapidly rotating claws to pulverize the opponent along with their armor, and Drill Emission, which fires the drills in his shell-like missiles. By absorbing data from ancient ruins scattered throughout the digital world, Proganamon evolves into Pyramidimon, a giant desert god. His body is made of sand data, and he is constantly covered in sandstorms, keeping average Digimon at bay. By absorbing the ancient ruins and data stored in them, he has gained a high level of intelligence and power that is not inferior to even large armies. Since he consumes a lot of energy when active, he usually sleeps, disguised as a pyramid. Even if he receives a lot of damage, he absorbs the surrounding sand and instantly regenerates, so it is difficult to stop him from functioning unless his Digicore is attacked directly. Pyramidimon's name is based on a pyramidion, the capstone of a pyramid, or the upper section of an obelisk. His special attacks are Zophor Caboose, Apesh Akab, and Lana Kamsin. In Zophor Caboose, he rotates his pyramid-shaped fingers to crush the opponent. This attack translates as Claw Nightmare from Arabic. In Apesh Akab, he slams the pyramids on both his shoulders into the opponent's head from above. Apesh is one of the strongest ancient Egyptian gods, often portrayed as a turtle or turtle man. Akab means punishment in Arabic. In Lana Kamsin, he releases a sandstorm from the eye on his chest to erode everything. This attack translates as Kamsin's curse. Kamsin is a hot, dry, sandy wind. The eye on his chest is inspired by the Eye of Horus from ancient Egypt, which represents healing and knowledge, and is a symbol for protection from evil. The ancient Egyptian god Horus was a sky deity, and many Egyptian texts say that his right eye was the sun and his left eye was the moon. Which one of these Digimon do you like best? Tell me in the comments below. If you want to support me, you can do so on Patreon or the Buy Me Coffee website, the links are in the description below. Thank you for watching, stay tuned for more Digimon videos.